morning. Here live with OC Living with Amber G Realty. Just felt like coming on and talking a little bit about how the market's doing and what's been going on. And what made me think about it was this morning I've been looking at some homes in Tustin for one of my buyers. They love the Tustin Legacy area. They really want to get in. And every single time a house goes on the market in that area that they love, it goes under contract within a day. So found 2 new listings today. One was under contract, so I'm like, let's go see the other one. But anyway, it just kind of got me thinking. It's like, I know COVID's been so nuts. The market's been doing so many crazy things, and yet still it seems like housing is not doing anything different. Housing's doing really, really well. In fact, we're still up. April numbers are in. May's have not yet been solidified, so then we'll get June's pretty soon too. But April numbers are in, and housing prices are still increasing from last year. And last year was a very competitive market, so at least, especially in California. But I was looking up some data, and even in Seattle, New York, San Francisco, where everything was like completely shut down, their housing market has still increased there too. So like we're seeing housing inflation. We've seen inflation in stocks. We've seen inflation in the dollar. So we're going to see that in the housing market, but it should be something to watch over the next couple months just because still the Fed rate's really low. This is a really good recipe. I got this from one of my finance professors at UCI, that this is a really good recipe for housing price increases. So if you thought this recession was going to affect housing prices, not yet, maybe in the future, but not right now. But I think it's something to be aware of. And if, like I said many times before, if you think this might be a good time for you and you have some cash that you're sitting on and your job is secure, I mean, like I said, I know that this is so nuts. So you really have to take in your own considerations and things like that. But I can also tell you, you can run numbers for yourself a little bit better if you go to bankrate.com. It's a really great resource to see what you can afford and like how much down you're going to have and what actual banks are going to be able to offer you in terms of percentages and what your monthly payments would be. So things to consider, of course, I call it PITI. It's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Every home needs to be insured. You're going to pay property taxes on it, which usually is about a 1.19%, maybe up or down. It depends on where you live, what county you live in, what city. And then, of course, if there's no ruse tax, you need to be aware of those too, because those are property tax that basically double your regular property tax, depending, again, on what city you're in. And then principal and interest is what you're paying on your loan. So just consider those things. I actually use bankrate.com when I'm calculating my own stuff. There are so many free resources out there for you guys to figure it out, how you can make your finances work. There's even great budgeting resources and things like that. So you know what, maybe that's what I'll do for my next thing. I'll find some good resources, put them up on my website so that you guys have access to stuff that can help you budget yourself. You can also look up what kind of a mortgage you can afford and all kinds of things like that. So anyway, happy hump day, y'all. I hope everyone's having a great week. I'm having a great time. I'm listening to the sound of my new pool. It's been a dream. So happy Wednesday again, and go crush it.